All right, man. So what's up with you, bro? How you doing today?
Sir, what's good? I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, bro, man. I can't complain, man. You know, we living life, man. I got a question for you though, bro.
Yeah.
So we out here in Fairfield today. We at the Winter Circle Studio. You know what I'm saying? And I know you're visiting some family out here today. So
Yeah.
you got some family in Fairfield?
Yep, I do. Yeah. So my dad's side was raised out here, and he was, I think he was born out here too. Yeah, he was born out here and raised out here. And then he met my mom, but she grew up in Honduras, so they just met out here. And then I was born in Vallejo, and I lived out here for my first year, and then we moved after that. We moved to Walnut Creek. That's where I grew up.
Okay, so you grew up in Walnut Creek.
Yeah, but I got hella cousins out here too.
Okay.
Some family members.
That's what's up. So you probably have an eye on the music scene out here as well, just because you got some ties to the area.
Hell yeah, no, that shit makes me happy when I see a Fairfield artist going crazy, because I'm like, oh yeah, because I feel like before this page, I didn't even know it was hella rappers from Fairfield like that. But when I started making this page, I started seeing hella Fairfield artists sending me shit and just tagging me. I'm like, oh shit, it's actually something going on out here. All right, it's lit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Fairfield is kind of one of those cities, bro, that's kind of like, ignored or brushed off in a sense, just because, we so far out. But, yeah, there's definitely a really live music scene out here. It's a lot of popular artists with talent out here. But speaking of that, so what's the story, bro? How did you come up with this page? Did you have like a love for music, or was there more so you seen something that wasn't there and you just wanted to put it together?
Yeah, all right, it's a long story, so I hope you're ready. But here we go. So from the beginning, I've always been hella interested into music, of course, just like fucking with different genres and then just experimenting, just listening to music, just the art of listening to music and how it would make you feel. But really, so rewind. So after I graduated from high school, I went to my local community college, and this is DVC. Shout out DVC. They got a good ass music program too. Apparently, it's one of the best. It's like damn near the best music program for a community college in the Bay Area or in California. I'm pretty sure. So if you're trying to get an introduction into studying music, whether it's like Pro Tools, the music business, artist management, music history, then yeah, I recommend that. But yeah, basically, so I was doing that. Really, what started it off, because how I took the first music classes, because when I got to community college, I really didn't know what I wanted to do for real. Like, so I was taking this class called Career and Life Planning, and the professor, he asked me, he's like, because I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and he asked me, I was like, I don't know. So he asked me, like, what do you like to do in your free time, just for fun? And I told him, well, I do like to freestyle with the homies every now and then. I like to freestyle. And then he's like, oh shit. He's like, you should take the music program we got here. We have a good music program. I was like, music program? Oh, that sounds interesting. So I started taking it. I took the first class I took, and shout out to my professor too. I haven't shouted him out in any interviews yet, but shout out to Axon, Michael Axon. He's also a lawyer. He's doing his thing right now. And he's the teacher he teaches the music business classes, and so yeah, a lot of people have gone under him. But so I took that, and it was a great class. I got hella into it, even though I didn't know what I wanted to do in the music business. I just learned. That was my first like stepping stone or step into it. And yeah, because I was meeting hella artists, people that did everything, like video people, producers, and whatnot. So I started taking more classes. I started taking more music classes, different ones. I tried Pro Tools. I did Cubase class, artist development, intro to the music industry, hip hop history, like just everything. And so I was just meeting all these connections and stuff. So I was like, man, you know what? I have all these connections. Let me do something with it, because I've always been into like making blogs. Like when I was a kid, I would make blogs off the little computer games I would play and stuff, and I would like try and just have fun with it, get creative with it. So I used the old Blogger website that I used to use. It's called Blogger, and this is 2018. So this is also the height of the SoundCloud era. So I used Blogger, and I was like, what should I call it? Let's call it NorCal Next Up, so I can also include the other cities. So I called it NorCal Next Up, and then back then I was just posting people I knew from like whether it's music classes, and since it's the height of the SoundCloud era, just going outside. I'd be running into hella people, meeting hella people at like parties and kickbacks or whatever. Just say, oh yeah, I'm a rapper. I got shit on SoundCloud. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'll put you on my blog that I'm working on. And it was lit. I mean, it wasn't anything big. It got no views for real. But like I was just going crazy, just posting artists when I can. And that was my first experience with the blogging side. And that's like, okay, I want to do a blog. So all right, fast forward. fast forward, I transferred to UC Riverside, and then they didn't have a music program there, so I just took. They do, but not a music business program. So I just took media studies as my major, which was good though, because I got to learn some stuff about the media. You know, that helped me on that side. And I was about to graduate, and no one was accepting me. I even applied to Thizzler. They didn't fuck with me at first, but no one was accepting me, and I was realizing, I was like, man, okay, if no one's accepting me, I gotta do something to make them accept me. I gotta build some sort of leverage somehow, so that way I'm not just coming to the table with nothing. So I was like, all right, what about this NorCal Next Up thing I have? Let's bring it to Instagram and see what I could do. See if I could build a page up and like make it go crazy. And that's what I did. So this is the crazy part about it too. So this happened. I brought it to Instagram February 2020, and coincidentally, a month after that, COVID hit. Coincidentally, I didn't predict it or nothing. It just happened. Right? I'm like, oh shit! Now everyone's inside. Now everyone's on their phone always. So now, boom! It was hella easy. I just had to post. I posted every day. I started posting every day, finding new things to post, new ideas, like highlighting cities. And then more and more rappers slowly started like tapping in with me, reaching out, DMing me, or like sharing music. And I was like building relationships just through the Instagram, which is crazy. I was like, what the hell? So that's really how it started. And then from there, just snowballed, just kept coming up with more ideas, went outside. Went crazy. Stay consistent. That's the key, consistency.
For sure. That's dope, bro. So it was at the height of COVID when everything started to kind of pop off, and it was your, college, college days, you can call it junior college at DVC.
It was the start of COVID.
It was the start of COVID.
Very start, yeah.
Very start.
It's crazy.
So it kind of started locally around like the Contra Costa area where like you were kind of, like home base in a sense.
Exactly. Because, that's where I was hanging around, is that area. So I was just meeting people, meeting artists that rapped from that area. And, producers, help people.
Okay.
But also, people did come from all over the Bay to DVC, though. So that was a little bit more diverse. But, for the most part, yeah.
Okay. So how do you balance out the family time with the business? I'm sure you're very busy with everything, trying to source artists and whatnot.
Yeah.
So how do you balance out real life with business?
That's a good question, because to be real, sometimes I be feeling like I do spend hella time with just working on the business, like trying to make this post or trying to do this. So in a way, I just kind of do it. Honestly, I don't really think about it for real. I just kind of do it. Like, I just do my work. All right, too much work. Let me take a break. Let me do this or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So you brought up your relationships with other artists and platforms like Thizzler. Basically, you had to build your leverage.
Yeah.
How has your relationships with those platforms changed since you are where you are now?
Yeah. Let's see. Like Thizzlers and like the Daily Slapses and shit, and like the
let's just take them for example.
Yeah. So I mean, how it changed is that at first they didn't know who I was. They didn't know who the fuck I was. I was okay, NorCal Next Up, and then the more I built it up, the more I got tapped in with all the other pages too. And what's crazy is that Thizzler actually went and hired me. So I do shit for them on the side also, like just A&R work, or like editing some clips for them, and like researching, getting analytics for artists. And then also on the side though, I'm running up NorCal Next Up. So they seen that I was doing. So in a way, the leverage thing did work, because they seen that, oh, who's this kid with NorCal Next Up? Let's see what's up with him. And then the other platforms, I fuck with all platforms. And I just got connected with the ones that I really fuck with, or that like are the most similar to me. Like shout out Food Community, and then like Shop by Manzo, Star Quality. We all kind of came up together in the Real MVP TV. We all kind of started bubbling up at the same time. So so our connections just stayed. I fuck with the other platforms. I think it's good to have the platforms connected and intermingled, and just like, that way the network is a foundation there.
Okay. So you got a kind of eye for it, I would say, or consider it some sort of expertise for, the people that I wouldn't say you pick and choose to post, but, if you're doing A&R work, you know, there's some sort of credibility there. So with that said, who are some artists to look out for in 2024?
Oh shit, this man, it's so many, and if I didn't bring you up, it's not my fault. I just hella fucking people. But that are really to look out for, that are like really making motion and buzzing right now that I can think of. It's like 23 PZ, Lil Timmy, Buddy Bands, TLG Duda, Lil Buddha, Mag Moo, Bus Fernani going crazy, and who in the Bay? We got like, yeah, of course Fredo Bag. He's been going crazy for a bit though, but like new artists. I fuck with Puda is going crazy. Shout out Do That, Lil Didi. It's hella, man. My Bay, fucking. Nah, for real. I can really name like 100 artists. I ain't gonna lie. There's so much more, but I don't want to. I'm gonna just be. It's gonna be like a 10 extra minutes for this. It's just crazy. I feel like I got in my head. I don't know if this is like an official record or whatever, but I feel like out of everybody in the whole world, I can name the most Northern California rappers out of everyone in the whole world that exists. That shit, I'm like, what the fuck? I got some shit stored in my head right here. I gotta apply it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, on that same note, do you notice trends with certain cities in North Cal where it tends to be more artists that are quote unquote popping?
Yeah, it's always different trends because it's different waves. I notice like I love to like just think about this shit and study it and like try and like conceptualize it, like what happened. But like we have different eras, you know, like before we had like the HBK era, before that was like the mob era, then after that after the HBK era, then the SOB RBE era. That shit was crazy. That's when I was like first like meeting hella rappers outside. Yeah, those are crazy times. And then now we got like, it's a different era. Like the EBK's popping, but there's also some people in the Bay Area buzzing. And I don't know. It's hard to think of like how the trend has changed. I mean, from compared to the SOB RBE era, definitely like a development, improvement in sound. Quality has been improved, which makes sense though, because you know we got better technology coming up. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other genre of music that you listen to?
Man, so not at this moment. It's really just rap. But
is that because you're involved in the hip hop scene in Northern California?
Exactly. I don't got time to.
You don't got
listen
time.
To that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, because I'm just in this shit. I just feel like engraved in it. So it's like, all right. Yeah. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie though. Sometimes I do go back and like listen to some old rock songs that I used to fuck with just for like a refresher.
Rock songs?
Yeah, like I used to be into rock music.
What songs?
Man, I was into hella because I went through different phases of like different genres that I fucked with.
Uh-huh.
So back then I was into at first it started like with Aerosmith and shit and classic rock, but then I got into like the more punk rock shit, like the Sum 41 and like the Blink 182s and shit, like Simple Plan. And all that genre, that alternative, what's that shit? Alternative punk or some shit, yeah.
So it sounds like you're very knowledgeable of just music overall, whether it just be, the art of it or, like you said, how you were in college and kind of trying to find your way through it all. Could there ever be the possibility of, other pages, basically stemming from NorCal Next Up, that are involved in other genres of music, for example, like a NorCal Next Up, but it's just based on rock music, for example?
Hey, you just gave me a good idea. I'm not even gonna lie. I might have to take that one. Come on. But I actually did think about doing stuff like that though. Like having, because I noticed that they also got like a local band scene or like a local rock scene, just like how they have rap. Like you'll meet people that are rappers out here. You'll meet people that are in bands that actively performing like underground shows, just like they got underground shows here, they got rock underground shows here. So I am intrigued by that because at the end of the day, local Bay Area music in general is, I feel like, what matters. Even though the cultures, because like the rap and rock cultures in the Bay Area never really like intertwine. Like we never have like rap and rock shows. It's completely separate. We all do our own separate things. But I'm still very intrigued on like how this rock scene is going in like the Bay Area and stuff. So I be trying to research that. I forgot the question was.
It's all good. So when it comes to the hip hop scene in the Bay Area, what is different about us compared to places like Chicago and Detroit and Atlanta? Like what's stopping us from, being more mainstream?
So I will say from mine, like, because that question, I be thinking about that too. Trust me, I be hearing people's takes on it. It's an interesting one because honestly, as much as I think about it, I don't always come to like a full answer. But I do notice that, like for example, like in Atlanta, like the artists started getting popping out there, and they started to like bring up other artists and shit and make them popping too, and it was like a train. We don't really have an artist that's like popping, because our sound. All right. So first of all, one thing I noticed is that people outside the West Coast think that Cali music is straight trash. So that is a big part of it because it doesn't resonate with the rest of America. We're just like a small percentage of the whole America. The Atlanta, because if you think about the other music like Texas and all the others, there's other states like Chicago, their music is played all over America. But I think that's a big factor, is that the fact that people outside of California think California music rap is trash. So because of that, we don't really have that many big ass artists that are nationally recognized, and our sound doesn't like it. So it maybe has to do with the sound. It might have to do with an artist might have to change their sound up or change it up a little bit, and then get a big ass song, and then have hella momentum and stay consistent with it. Don't sign like a fucked up deal, and then maybe bring some other people on that are kind of buzzing too, get them going. I think that's it. But yeah, I think a big thing is just the sound not resonating with outside of California. I think that's a big issue.
Yeah, it's crazy though to think about it because, we're all in America. All major cities pretty much have the same, foundation, whether it be, somebody was trapping, pimping, whatever the situation may be. So ultimately you would basically say it's the sound, the way it sounds.
The way it sounds to other people, because I fuck with it, but it makes sense because we grew up here. That's why this is what we're used to. But yeah, honestly, the sound, because that's the only like real good answer I could think of for real. Because it's like, if they don't like how we sound, how's this gonna blow up like nationally and get the Bay popping? But don't get me wrong though, the Bay is popping though. The NorCal's popping because in its own way, like they fuck with us. We damn near got like the whole West Coast. Like they fuck with us in Washington, they fuck with us in Oregon, they fuck with us even like down south in LA and Arizona. They fuck with us, Colorado, Nevada. So it's like we are having an impact definitely. But like, I guess people don't like to give it its credit, or it's not. We strive for more. We strive for more. We want to be known as like the Atlanta. Stuff like that, which I feel it. That'd be amazing. But maybe one day, who knows? Trends change. Could be something that happens.
Sure. So what do you got next, bro? What's coming next?
Yeah. So 2024, I got some interviews dropping. Well, for now, I got A1 interview and Young Reckless 5'9" interview coming soon. And let's see what else. I'm fucking with the studio. Shout out Create Studios. Believe if you need studio time, $60 an hour. First half hour is free. Located in Hayward. I be doing my podcasts and my interviews and like live performance videos up there. So yeah, if you need studio time, you're in Hayward. $60 an hour. Slide through. Look it up on Instagram. Create Studios. But yeah, so just gonna be working from there more, and then just going crazy doing. It's a whole lot, man. I'm trying to do more ciphers. Cause I only did one, so I'm working on getting a new camera. Also, I'm gonna get all that. Yeah.
How are you gonna do your ciphers? Is it gonna be like based off city, or is it gonna be like Are you gonna pick random artists to collab from different cities, or how you think about doing that?
Yeah, so how I originally like started doing it. So basically, I did one cipher only, but I'm trying to do more. I just need to get on it more. But I did one cipher, and how I did it, how I picked the artists is it's these artists that have been fucking with me since I first started, and I did like their first interviews. They did some of my first interviews when I was just doing interviews on Zoom, and so I noticed that they were building like a collective RVR. Don Stadium was the one that was tapped in with the Mac Rule 47. But I was like, hey, I see that y'all are like building a collective and like y'all are a group, because they added like a few members, and I was like, I'm trying to learn how to do ciphers. Do you want to be my first cipher, like as a test run? We can see how we can do it. I'm like, hell yeah. So we did that. So I was going to start it off by doing it with just like groups, like rap collectives that exist, that rap together, just to get experience with it first, ease my way into it, and then boom, all right, I could start like picking artists for them.
So, all right, bro. Your top 3 artists of all time.
Okay, my personal top 3. So this is my personal top 3. When I say this, it's because these are the artists that have resonated with me the most through that I really fucked with. Like back in like the SLB RBE era, these are like my favorite artists I used to listen to. So I'm gonna have to go with, it's gonna be crazy, Chippas, Dave Steezy. I'm not gonna lie, I have to say Mozzie too.
Okay, so you're not basing it off a national scale. Those are just your top personal 3.
Yeah, my top personal 3.
Okay, that's what's up. I respect that. Okay, bro. Well, hats off to you, brother.
Hats off. If you need hats, speaking of hats, fuck with Fast Traffic. He got saucy hats.
So, who's that now?
Fast Traffic. He's from Stockton. He's located out Stockton, but he'll ship it to you.
What's his Instagram?
It's _ Fast Traffic.
Hello. Yeah, bro. We're going to give you your flowers right now, my brother.
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying? Dom from NorCal Next Up, brother. You got anything else you want to say to the people?
Shit, just stay tuned. I appreciate everyone for fucking with me for real and helping me get to this point, because if it wasn't for the community and shit, I would not be doing this. I'd be here. So, yeah, shout out to all y'all for making this happen. It's a lot more to come. It's just the beginning. Still a one-man army, building my team slowly. I have some people that I'm fucking with tough. Yeah, you know who you are. Shout out Curate, Ian, Dom, Art. We're like trying to get shit going. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my YouTube, NorCal Next Up. Interviews coming soon. Also dropping some music videos and hella other shit. Appreciate that. And also hit my email if you need something, because my DMs be kind of crazy. I don't look at my DMs all the time, so I do miss a lot of Instagram DMs. I haven't said this on camera yet, but I do miss a lot of Instagram DMs. So if you try to DM me and you didn't get to respond, it's just because my shit's really filled up. I got hella DMs. So email me. So that's the best way to really get in contact with me. All right, signing out. Appreciate y'all.